But I came across this interview the other day with center right Bill Maher and definitely progressive John Leguizamo, and they start talking about Trump. And what's fascinating is Bill Maher is trying to excuse Donald Trump's racism. Bill Maher is a boomer, and every bad trope you have, you could say about boomers: not a lot of respect for women, not a lot of respect for immigrants, not a lot of respect for the poor, kind of pull the ladder out from under you type of American. And Bill Maher, just his boomer side is just shining in this interview. And John Leguizamo, bless his heart, absolutely just demolishes him in this interview about immigration. And it is sweet. Bill Maher has just been getting just trashed by so many of his own guests on his own show lately. This guy, how he's still relevant is just mind blowing. But here we are covering one of his videos. But I do enjoy watching him get trashed by a progressive. Let's just dive in.
It's a terrible thing. But, you know, people say, is he a racist or not? He's an 80-year-old, or soon to be a year away from 80-year-old guy whose father was a virulent racist.
Oh, yeah.
And
he marched with the KKK. His father was arrested.
His father was definitely a racist.
And his grandfather was a pimp.
Like, of the times. Like, the people are a product of their times. He is a product of his
but some
time.
of us overcome our times.
Yeah, exactly. That is absolutely true.
He hasn't overcome that.
That is true and fair to say.
So what Bill is saying is that Trump is a racist because he's a product of his times. Because racism used to be allowed back when he was a kid, he's still a racist, and it's okay. That's kind of what I'm hearing in that argument.
He's not on the level of racism that
Stephen Miller is. No, nobody's at the level of Stephen Miller's racism, and who's the architect of all this mass deportation. Grew up here in Santa Monica with Latinos, and I guess they bullied him, and he's got a chip on his shoulder over that.
But
the thing is saying that no one is on Stephen Miller's level of racism. Donald Trump has hired him twice and really likes him, okay? So I'm assuming whenever Stephen Miller goes in the White House and says, let's get all these brown people out of here, Trump is like, I agree.
I mean, part of this is a backlash to how badly Biden handled the immigration situation. It can't just be like, come one, come all, which
Dude,
it was.
There's plenty of room here, and we need
room.
There's plenty of room in America. Come on, there's not lack of room in America.
But it's never about room, it's about resources and about...
That's always a moving target with these guys. We have plenty of room, but not enough resources. These guys are just ridiculous.
Like having countries have to have a border. It just can't be. I mean, they've done surveys, and something like 200 million people around the world, when asked, would you come to America if you could? Yes, I would. Why wouldn't they? Lots of countries, excuse me, are shitholes.
Right.
And they would love to be here. You can't
let
any...
No, right. The places aren't shitholes, but...
Well, they are. That's why they want to come.
And it's usually because of America. What America's done, especially in Latin America, has beat up every democracy that was burgeoning in Latin America. They destroyed it to keep their oil.
True. The reason why so many people from Latin America are coming here is because their countries are in bad shape. They're corrupt. The government's messed up. A lot of the resources have been taken. And that's because white people, not just the United States, Europe as well, have been going to all these third world countries. And as they start to become democracies, they destroy that democracy, put in their own dictator so they could do whatever they want. That's really the reason why all these countries are messed up. United States, we're directly impacting South America, and Europe has been over here too. And then you look at Africa. Africa's messed up because of all the European intervention. So it's a lot of these countries are messed up because of what white people have done. That's just a fact.
Their resources, or bauxite, or bananas.
Like, if you don't really have rights, like as far as like women's rights in most majority Muslim countries, women just don't have close to the rights we have here. If you can't dress the way you want. If you are in a country where there's just extreme poverty, which a lot of countries have, or if there's like the kind of corruption, and we have corruption here, of course, but on a level...
Well, we have extra new corruption with the meme coin.
But it is on a level in some countries that's way...
Bill doesn't want to talk about the meme coin. We don't want to talk about the corruption here. I can't be falling out of favor with my Lord and Savior, Donald Trump.
Well, we're catching up. We're catching up.
But we still...
No, it's still...
But there's a reason why people want to come here, because it's still better.
But I got to tell you, I mean,
if you live in a country where you can take a chicken on a bus, that was always my standard. Okay, I think I have the right to call that a shithole country. And I see why you want to come here. It's not your fault you live in a shithole. It doesn't mean you're a shithole person. But you had the misfortune of being born there, and I get it why you would want to move here.
Right, but the thing is that...
And I get why you want to move here, but I don't want you to move here because we don't have enough resources.
The immigrants that are coming here are building the country. They're the essential workers.
They are.
They're the first responders. They're doing all your construction, painting, plumbing, raising all your food, cooking all your food, serving all your food.
Kids, taking care of your kids.
Taking care of your kids. We do all the work that nobody wants to do and keeps the country going. I mean, immigrants are the life source of this country.
Yes, they are, absolutely, because, again, we're both products of them.
Yes, yes, we are both.
We need, but what most Americans, I think sensible, middle-of-the-road people would say is, yes, of course, we are an immigrant welcoming country, but there has to be some order to it. It just can't be come one, come all. No, you know, I mean, there was like video people would see of people just, the border guards just looking as people are just like giant trains of people. And, you know, that's why. And then where do they go? They went to cities on the borders who then were like, you know what? If you people in New York think that it's such a great idea to let anybody in, we're going to bus them to you. And then what did the people in New York say? I mean, even the governor of New York was like, we can't take all these people. Mayor Adams was like, and he's right. It's like, you know, these people live here. And now this is their burden to this degree. But I mean, those people,
I agree.
Those cities on the border called the bluff of the sanctuary city. It's very easy to sit there from far away and go, we're a sanctuary city. Okay, well, here's all the people sanctuary. And then they didn't like it.
Let's fix the immigration problem.
That's the kind of hypocrisy.
Let's fix the legal.
We didn't like it because you just literally would just send a bus full of people and just drop them off at City Hall. Like, you didn't call us and be like, hey, we got these people coming. Like, you did it in the most dickhead way possible. The way Bill is describing that, the way that went down is just, it's inaccurate and it's false on its face.
Immigration, because it's a broken system that people who've been here for 30 years can't be naturalized. That's insane. Who've been working here and giving their lives. And just fix the legal immigration. Stop creating these quotas and this blockage.
He did finally have to go back on that and say, you know, the people who work
farms
because, like, who does he think cleans the rooms in his hotel?
Right, exactly.
Who do you think mows the lawn
in all his,
at your golf club around your first wife's grave?
Your golf balls for you.
You know, so you know he has a way of like always going too far and just doing
and then tacoing. Yes. Just tacos.
Just had to say it.
I forgot the whole
words
Latino.
Coming from taco. That's right.
Come on.
Well, the Iranians found out it's not always taco.
Oh, my God.
They found out it was not always tacoing.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. All right. Bill Maher loves the Iranian strike. This is a great conversation. And inevitably, the reason why our immigration system is in this position that it is because the Republicans don't want to make immigration better. They want to use it as a way to run for office. It's one of their boogeymen. It's one of their problems, and it helps them get elected because they could be like, look at all these brown people, and then the racist white Americans are like, yeah, look at them. And it's not even just the racist white Americans. It's a lot of immigrants that immigrated here are trying to pull the ladder out from underneath them, and that's a whole fascinating topic. But the main thing is we just tried to pass a bill to add money to the immigration system, more judges, so that we could either approve people for citizenship or deny them citizenship. And the Republicans aren't interested in granting more people citizenship. So on its face, they can't fund these judges to do that because they don't want more immigrants. So it's just this thing that one side definitely doesn't want to fix it. So they're doing what they can to make it worse and make it look worse so that they could, you know, just totally tear it down from the inside out. And John Leguizamo is now on my radar. This guy is doing great with Bill Maher. He's hitting him with facts when he needs to. He's making fun of Donald Trump, which is something I always appreciate. And he's just making a lot of sense. And I really appreciate that in this type of climate. So I'll be looking out for more of Jean's work, and I'll whenever I find it, I'll bring it to you. Stay tuned, guys.